So welcome to the first episode of Talking. What's it?
Talk About It in Podcast.
Of Talk About It in Podcast. We are your hosts. I'm David.
I'm Lily.
And first, I guess we can talk about what's to expect from the podcast. I guess rawness, truthful, unfiltered opinions.
Whatever topics that we have, we will give our views on it,
Yes.
take emotions from it, and just give an honest opinion about whatever the topic is.
And this is just the beginner stage setup. Like, we about to go all out for this podcast. So me and Lily are both, we all in. So we about to take this to a whole nother level. So I guess we can get started with our first topic, which is about the female who went missing in the area of DC. We from DC,
Maryland.
yeah, DMV area. But her name was Dacara Thompson, and how old is she? She is 19 years old. She's from Atlanta, Maryland. I think she was at a club. Long story short, she left a club with a gentleman. We come to find out that he was a Latino, and she went back to his house. She went missing. Everybody was looking for her. Turned out she was ended up being murdered, and he, I think, dumped her body in somewhere in the river ocean.
Off Route 50.
Yes. So
which is an interstate here in Maryland. And was it Annapolis?
I think so. It says Arundel County, yeah, off 50 in Arundel County,
Okay.
Maryland.
Okay.
So you,
Arundel.
yeah. So how you feel about that though?
How I feel about her?
Just the whole situation in general.
If allegedly they met at a club, so if she met him at a club, most of the times I'm assuming she was by herself, because if she had friends, I don't think they wouldn't. Right.
Yeah.
So anytime you go to a club by yourself, you never know who's watching you. You never know when you turn your head left and your drink is here, someone from the right can put something in it.
Yeah.
You just never know. First, I want to say sorry for her loss and condolences to the family, because that is, no parent ever want to go through that.
Or bury their child.
Exactly.
Yes.
Or that, I know that was like devastating,
Yes.
not knowing where she was, and then when they found her, she was deceased. And I also heard that he was illegally here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, how did that happen?
I don't know, and that kind of leads me to the point I was trying to get to when I heard about that, because it's like, I don't want to say it was intentional, but it's this whole thing where they bringing ice in, and then it's like they trying to make it seem like, not that they making it seem like, because it is a lot of illegal immigrants that's coming over here, but it seemed like this story was kind of pushed to the forefront so they could try to make it more so about the
why ICE is doing what they doing.
So that's what I thought about. Not to say that that's the situation, because freak accidents and things happen all the time. Situations like that occur all the time. So I'm not saying that's what it is, but it just make you think, like a lot of stuff just seemed like political in a sense. But I will say, like, I to the family, I send my condolences. That's like gotta be disheartening to lose a child. And like Lily was saying, like no parent wants to bury their child, and because parents were like they should go before their children.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like that gotta be a heartbreaking feeling. So that aside, as far as like the young women at the rate, because in Maryland there's a lot of young women
going missing.
Mm-hmm. So my question to you is, how do you think that we can somewhat prevent that from happening? Because it's not like it used to be when I was growing up.
That's what I was stating. Like, never go alone.
Yeah.
Always go in groups. When I was younger, and my teenage times was, we stay in groups, we stay together.
Right.
If it's 5 of us, let's say it's 5 of us, and one person need to go to the bathroom, 2 of us going, or maybe 3 of us going and 2 stay.
Right.
But it's always things, if it's just 2 of you, both go to the bathroom, both come back.
Yes.
I don't know, but never leave one person alone at all, because you never know what people's intentions are.
Yes.
And now it's becoming to the point where everything is, you can videotape it, you can record it. Well, that's videotaping. You can take pictures. You just never know. People, they also get sneaky or creative, if you say, and put trackers in your car or on your car where you can't see it. And as young women, women are prey. So you never know men just sitting back watching you. You may not see them watching you, but you never know you're being watched. And because that happened to me one time. I was in Chevy's, and I was by myself, and it was a guy who approached me. Latino guy, not trying to put this out there. I mean, not trying to say that it's just Latinos doing it. I'm just giving my story.
Right.
And I was going through something, and I was writing, and I think I was shedding a tear, but I didn't want nobody to see it, and I didn't think nobody saw it. So he came up and he addressed what he saw. Never know he was watching me, and it was a space in between me, and there was a young lady sitting beside me. I was at the bar a couple years ago, and he was saying, "You by yourself?" And the young lady spoke up and said, "No, she's not by herself." And he asked her, "So why are you in her business?" And she said, "Because that's my girlfriend." So I allow her to say that because I felt like I was
vulnerable.
And not saying I would have went or did nothing, but rejection. Some men don't like rejection, and if you say no, you don't know if they're gonna follow you. They'll leave out before you, watch you from afar to your car. You just never know. So the young lady walked me to my car, and everything was good. But saying all that to say, we just need to stay in groups as young women, period. We need to stay in groups. And not saying that it will prevent, because some men don't care, some people don't care, and they will do what they want to do regardless of who's around. So.
Yeah, it just kind of make me fearful, not just the women and the girls in my family, my nieces and stuff, but Lily, her granddaughter, her daughter, like, it just make you never know what people's intentions are, no matter where they are in the world, whether it's an illegal immigrant. You got people here that was born and raised here that are weird as well. So also, I think we need more, I don't want to say more black men, but we need more men to protect our women in terms of like a situation like that, because people grown are gonna do their own thing.
What you mean, more stand-up guys?
Yes, like in the aspect of, if you see something like that happen, you might see a girl like just kind of like, because we got this whole thing in our neighborhood where we come from, it's like mind your business, but you just never know how that could be somebody's sister, or that is somebody's sister or somebody's family member. So you could have probably stopped it. Not to say that that's what happened.
But if someone do intervene, they don't know if they're going to get taken out.
Yeah.
You just never know what battle to fight, because back then it was stand-up men spoke up for things that they saw that other guys were doing to women. They stood up and, no, don't hit the women. No, you don't treat her like that. No, you go open that door, things like that. But now people are minding their business because of the way the world is. But we do need more mentors. I agree with you on that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to kind of prevent it, but I think that we really have to pay attention to, like, that's something, a real big issue that has kind of like disturbed me over the years, with a lot of the young girls going missing. And I think we really, instead of worrying about the National Guard being deployed here, I mean, crime is an issue, but I think the young women going missing is really a big issue that we need to address, like, immediately, because it's going to get worse if we don't like address that immediately. It's going to be a problem.
So, not to get off track and back on topic, so they met at a club, and obviously she I don't know why she parked her vehicle wherever she parked it and walked somewhere, which I'm sure that she had to get into someone else's car. She left her purse behind. She left everything behind except her phone and her keys. Okay, so it was said that they were at his house in Bowie, Maryland. Where she parked at was nowhere near Bowie. And he took her life in the Bowie home and then took her to the place where they found her at. And she had no clothes on. So it's like, what went wrong? Did she refuse to do something? Did was drugs involved? Did she get drugged? Was he under the influence? You just never know, but it had to be something where his mind clicked to want to take her life, and that's a very, very, very sad thing. And she also had called her dad and told her dad, "I'll be home soon. I have to stop and get gas." And dad said he never heard from her. She never came home. I think I'm gonna keep saying allegedly because I'm looking at other news sources where they were saying that when they checked her phone records or her location, that's how they found her car, and someone reported because she parked the opposite way. And that probably was a telltale sign too. I mean, it's like, was she afraid? Was they following her? You just never know. And again, I'm sorry for her loss, but it's no but. But moving forward, he has been detained. He was supposed to go to court today. I'm not sure how that went.
I haven't followed up on it, but I hope that he does life without parole, because we'll never get the full story because she's not here to tell the story. So it's unfortunate, and I just hope that, because I don't believe me personally, I don't believe in the death penalty, because I feel like it's a kind of a contradiction. It's kind of like, all right, how could you say, all right, we're gonna punish you for killing somebody, but then we're gonna kill you for killing somebody?
No. So, I don't believe certain scenarios. I don't believe this one. No, I do believe she put up a fight because his mugshot, he looked like he was cut across his nose. I do believe she put up a fight. I really, 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 really do. And probably how they caught him so fast, she may have had DNA under her nails. You just never know because they caught him really, really fast.
Yeah, they definitely did.
They caught him fast with it being no phone, no. Never seeing him in the camera footage where she left out her car and started walking. But they caught him really, really fast. I know she put up a fight because why is your face beat up, sir, in your mugshot? So. Yeah,
and I do think also the help of social media, because there was so much attention around this. The police were forced, in a sense, to get on their job and really solve this or get on top of the case, because a lot of people, it was a public outcry. It's a lot of people just who genuinely, sincerely cared about this female, because it's happening rapidly here. So the police, I felt like, it's like, all right, we gotta definitely get on this because it's gonna make us look bad.
It's a lot of, like you said, it's a lot of young women that go missing and everything, and the case never gets solved. But something had to be special about this case that we may never know, because we don't know everything. And not to get into politics, I don't want to talk about politics here on this channel, and I don't want to talk about religion here on this channel, but it was something where everything just went so fast, and it could be the outpouring of the community. It's been other scenarios years ago. I know one situation where and that baby's still not found, and it just never got solved. So
you talking about Alicia Rudd?
Yes. But
we're gonna also do a video on that. Not a video. We're gonna talk about that. It's gonna be a topic on the podcast one day. You down for that? All right, we're gonna do a podcast and talk about that.
You need a battery in that smoke detector. You don't hear it? I do.
I ain't even paying attention to it. I'm really enjoying the conversation.
Yes.
So that's you want?
No, I mean, if you have any scenarios, I mean, it's not a scenario which you think may happen, but that's what our topic was today. And if you have topics or things you see you want us to talk about, just leave a topic in the comments below.
Absolutely. Let's get into this next topic. The next topic is about Young Thug. I'm not sure if you have been following it. If you haven't, it's fine. But for our new subscribers that come, we're going to, I'm going to give you a brief summary. But basically, Young Thug was locked up. He got caught up in the RICO case. And his artist, Gunna, ended up snitching. And he was just on a phone call, just running his mouth. And pretty much there was this, he was in the interrogation room. They called him a rat. All this audio got leaked out. He was just talking about all this crazy
Allegedly.
stuff. Yeah, allegedly. So don't nobody know where the audio came from. But he was talking about Gunna. He was talking about Drake. He was talking about Andre 3000. He was just talking about everybody. He said that Glorilla was ugly and long face, all that. So it also came out, it was a call that he was talking to another female, talking about getting her pregnant, and his girlfriend, we all know, is Mariah Sanchez. So the question I pose to you, Lily, with that being said, what you heard, the summary of the story, whatever, how do you think his career will be after people are labeling him a rat, people are calling him a female for quote unquote talking too much and running his mouth on the phone?
Well, people called colorful hair, what's his name?
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Okay.
Yeah.
People call him a snitch, and he still got love coming back. So once he came out, he still had love. So it all depends on your support system, your fans.
Right.
Talking to another female on the phone while incarcerated. I never been incarcerated, but I know it will be lonely. And basically, it could be just something for him to do. But I know you shouldn't say things you don't mean. I don't know about that. About him snitching and everything. I'm not going, myself personally, I'm not going to jail. So don't do nothing with me, around me, that's going to involve the police, because I'm going to be like Young Thug. I'm going to snitch. And I'm sorry.
Okay.
You laughing. I'm not sitting in jail for nobody.
All right, hold up.
If it's something I did, I'm sitting in jail for. I'm not sitting in jail for nobody. No.
All right,
for what?
That right there in itself, I'm going to come back to that. But you said, all right, remember that his girlfriend, he's on the phone talking to his girlfriend every day. So you are saying that, kind of like defending the fact that he might have been talking to another woman being lonely? Or
No, I'm not defending the fact. I'm just saying it could be different scenarios. He could really be feeling this young lady and really feel like that, but the girlfriend could be the one who putting money on his books. He probably need her. You know, men cheat. And they'll tell you whatever you want to hear. Not all men, I'm just saying. Men cheat.
Okay, thanks for clearing that up.
And they will tell you whatever you want to hear. So what I'm saying is, let's say his girlfriend is at work at this time, and he might have called Susan and been like, yeah, you know, you just never know. But I'm not trying to take up for him if he was cheating.
It sounds like you're just taking up.
It's wrong, but put yourself in his shoes. You are in jail. You need people to talk to. True. You think she the only female that he gonna talk to? No.
But I mean, all right, just me, the type of person I am.
That man bored. He's bored. He needs something to do. He's Young Thug. He want to be on the phone. But it's no different from when he was out here.
Lily, they saying he even slept with the correctional officer, female.
Oh, you didn't say that.
Yeah, I had to throw that.
Okay, he's just a cheater. He probably was a cheater when he was out, and he
true.
I mean, his characteristics are still there: jail or free.
Yeah, yes, true. I agree with that. I mean, my take on it is, I'm going to listen to Young Thug regardless. He still got Ski. That's one of my favorite songs. He got some really great music. So to me, I know how to separate the person from the entertainer and the artist. That's what I've been doing my whole life. So I don't get my feelings mixed up in it. And he ain't snitch on me. He ain't snitch on nobody I'm close to.
He snitch on you.
So at the end of the day, so it's just for me, I don't get caught up into all that. You know, do I feel like he was, and also him talking on the phone. They were like, man, he on the phone gossiping like a female and talking behind people back.
All
people
men do that.
Not even just all men. Everybody do it.
Everybody do it, but men are getting worse than these females, than us females. Oh no. You'd be surprised how many men sit on the phone and gossip, or with their men at their events, or their home, or work, wherever they at. Men gossip.
Yeah.
Just as much as women.
Yes, they do.
And sometimes it's even more than women with certain men. You like, myself, I'm like, I ain't never know men.
No, yeah. I've been around a lot of of my cousin friends, or just a lot of guys I grew up with. And the one thing I don't like is somebody could be right there, and then when they walk away, then they start talking about it.
That's fake. I don't deal with people like that. That's why I don't have no friends right now, because I don't deal with phony fakeness. Right. If you're going to say something about, tell me. I'm open. I like to sit you down and talk. Mm-hmm. But anyway, back to Young Thug. He is just showing his real self. It's like, don't make a big deal of it because he in jail.
Right.
He was doing it probably when he was home. Yeah. I don't know, but... Or if he wasn't, if he was faithful at home, maybe he's bored and now he's doing it incarcerated. But gossiping, everybody do that.
Yeah.
But why would you do it on the phone where you know you're being recorded? That's silly.
Yeah, and then a lot of people were saying that maybe he worked for the government because you know you're being recorded, but you know what you say could be held against you, but you're still talking on the phone. So it's it's deeper things that you could look into. But my thing is, I just feel like he was just on the phone talking to his woman, and he wasn't really thinking about that. He just was having an intimate conversation with his girl. They was sitting there talking like they regularly would, and he probably ain't
forgetting the fact that the phone being recorded.
Yeah, he probably ain't thinking nothing.
Oh no, cut it out.
You think so? You think he knew?
No, I mean everybody knows that the phone is being recorded. Why would you say anything? Why would you talk about? Why would you? Yeah, because such. And if it's going to go against your case or help your case, whatever, it shouldn't have been. I just don't think it should have been
true. That's true.
You confide that with your lawyer or whoever is in the inside, however it works. I don't know how it works, and I hope, I pray, and I'll never know how it works. And I don't want to ever be incarcerated. But why is he in there, may I ask? Do you know? Because I didn't follow this.
Well, I think it was either RICO charges, but it was basically...
What is RICO charges?
He was a part of a gang. It's
called
YSL. Okay. So they was basically charging the whole YSL.
Okay, I do remember. I think I remember hearing that. See, I don't be all into the, because everybody got an opinion and we're giving ours. So, hey.
As long as we get money for our opinion, so it is what it is. But what I will say is, all right, Mariah the scientist, a lot of people are saying she's dumb or saying that basically she should break up with Young Thug because
that's what the world want her to do?
Well, they're saying that he's humiliating her.
How?
Well, the correctional officer I told you he cheated with.
Okay, how you don't know that is she doing what she doing out here while he in it?
But I mean, she ain't get caught.
Exactly. So how is it being humiliated? She's probably laughing at everybody who's thinking that she's being humiliated, and she probably got her little side piece on the side. You don't know what she got.
She could. I don't know. That's why I'm just asking your opinion.
That could be her pen pal for now. When he come home, who knows? She may be like, I don't know. Goodbye. True. We never know.
True.
So that's why it's not good to, it's good to give your opinion, but you shouldn't tell somebody what they should do. Mm-hmm. Because you don't know what you would do if you was in that same situation.
Right. True.
You mean, some people are stronger than others. Some people be like, oh no, this is it, bye.
Yeah.
But she may have a heart where she don't want to leave him high and dry while he's there. Mm-hmm.
And she could be just a loyal female who's what the Bible say, for better or for worse. Or
No. That's when you're married.
But I don't know. I think they married. I don't know. I think they
no. I think they married.
No, I think they might be married. I don't know.
Come on now.
Y'all correct me if I'm wrong.
Come on now.
If they not married, but at the end of the day, she might be just loyal.
But if they are married, I'm still divorcing you.
Divorcing?
I'm divorcing not because of the phone conversation, because you had sexual relations with someone.
The Bible said for better or for worse.
And it also says that's adultery also.
True.
Okay, there it is. Point proven. Goodbye.
Dang.
Young thugger. Goodbye.
Thugger, baby. All right, so you ready to transition?
Yes, next topic.
All right, we're going to the next topic, y'all. The next topic is, and I think you're going to love this topic, is the Powerball and the lottery rigged, in your opinion?
Why you say you think I'm going to love this topic?
I think you might love it.
Oh, wow. Why did you say that? Can I hear that first?
I mean, certain people from this area like to partake in giving lottery numbers. So I just wanted to see how you feel. Have you won? And if you haven't won, do you think?
No, I've never won a Powerball.
Okay.
If I won a Powerball, I don't think I'll be sitting here. I never won a Powerball, but I have played.
You wouldn't be sitting here.
No.
Why? You think you had so much money that you couldn't sit in front of the camera? Or?
I would sit in front of the camera, but I wouldn't be sitting here, is what I said.
You'd be on a boat somewhere.
I'll be maybe on the island. Who knows?
Okay.
It won't be in this home.
Just had to be
Anyway,
specific.
before I was interrupted, I don't even know what I was saying.
I just wanted to clarify.
What was I saying?
You were saying that.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I have partake in purchasing tickets. No, I've never won. It's just the thought of like a million, a billion, a million, whatever it is. It's like, oh my God, what are the odds? I could put up $2, $3, $4. You could play $20 worth to win $1 million. I mean, who wouldn't do that?
Right.
Who wouldn't do that? But is it rigged? Do I think it's rigged?
Tell the truth. Do you think it's rigged? Yes or no?
No,
What?
I don't.
You want to
It could be, but I don't. I don't think it's rigged because someone always wins.
Okay, that's a fair point. That's a fair point.
Because if it was rigged and no one would win and the money would stay in the pot, I mean, I have seen, I don't know if it's a Powerball or whatever lottery thing they have, but I have seen sometimes it's not a winner and the pot get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Okay.
So it's not like it's being taken away if nobody wins. So no, I would say it's not rigged because someone always wins no matter what city or state that they are in.
Well, I'm gonna get my opinion. Do I think it's rigged? Until I win, it's rigged.
Of course you're gonna say that.
If I don't ever win the lottery, because that's why I don't play, because I feel like it's rigged. But I do think that like I have a chance sometimes, and I just feel like it's all rigged. If I don't ever win, like if I win the day that I win, I'm not gonna say it's rigged, and I'm gonna just keep it like that. What? You don't agree?
No.
Why?
No. Why's it gotta be when you win? Why it can't be someone in the area or someone close to where you reside at? Because like we said, we in the DMV area, DC, Maryland, Virginia area, and I've only heard of people like Kentucky.
Yeah.
South Dakota and places that's way far from us in small towns. So I have to disagree with you when you say until you win. If someone in the area win, it becomes more kind of believable. Like, yeah, we really have a chance. But it's not in certain areas, and we just keep playing and keep playing and keep playing.
Well, it sounds like we need to move to Kentucky or move in them areas so we can win, and then
I'm not doing that.
all right, we need to go visit. We gotta start buying our tickets. You know what?
We can visit, but we ain't got to go live there.
You know what? This is a genius right here, y'all. That's why I got with her. She's so intelligent. So basically, she's saying we need
and that's not why he got with me.
We need to travel to Kentucky.
Not just Kentucky. We could go anywhere.
Well,
Utah, anywhere.
We need to go to the areas that's winning. That's, you know what?
We're not doing that. Just going to these areas because of Powerball.
You said it.
No.
You said that.
I did say them the areas that win, but don't mean that we're gonna win if we go buy a ticket.
We increase our chances.
Yeah,
we
that's
got
your thought process.
Hey, look, she just discovered a treasure, a gem. So we need to go ahead and head there. All right, you got anything else to say on this topic?
No.
All right, we're moving along. The next topic. Ooh, this is about to get spicy up in here. It's already getting. All right, look.
It's all bad tonight.
Would women from the 1950s and 60s respect modern day women?
I don't have no recollect. I don't know. I don't have no knowledge about what you're talking about.
You know,
1950s.
yeah.
Come on now.
You didn't keep up with the 1950s of like.
No, I didn't.
All right, so.
Did I keep up with No.
I didn't even.
So what do you mean?
All right, so look, it's a.
Come on, David.
No, seriously.
You should have went over me with these topics because, come on.
No, it's a valid question. It's a valid question. So a lot of women from the past, the 50s and 60s, the way they were brought up and the way women dress nowadays, the way women carry themselves back in the 50s and 60s, they kind of look down on a lot of the women. Even a lot of the men now are like, oh, the women from the 50s, if they dress...
What do you mean look down?
In terms of like, oh, they don't have no self-respect.
Not approving what they outfits.
Exactly.
The
outfits, the behavior.
Well, you got some people who are in their 60s and 70s who dress like they're young, and so yeah, they want to be like whatever generation is doing that because they fit and they have a nice body, and yeah, but
wait, so you saying a 60-year-old with a BBL?
I didn't say a BBL. I said dress.
Okay. I
didn't say anything about body. I said dress.
I'm just saying.
Come on, hear me out.
Okay.
I said dress.
Okay.
I've seen older women who have on the tight jeans. They look nice now, tight jeans and their shirt and the pants with the belt. Look nice. So I wouldn't say all of them look down. It's the ones who was like raised more strictly than others. And I feel like that too, and I'm not from the 50s and 60s. Sometimes I see young women, I'm like, no, like, you got on shorts, your butt cheek should not be hanging. I should not see your butt cheek. You can have them short. You can have them on short, but I shouldn't see your cheek hanging out. So, but I don't knock it because that's the way they dress, and that's more reason. Earlier we were saying how women and little girls and more girls are being missing and things like that. It's the way they dress. It's the lack of attention that they are paying attention to their surroundings. Everybody's in their phone. They're not knowledgeable of things, or they are and don't think that it'll happen to them. So I don't know too many women in the 50s, but I know women who was born in the 60s and 70s who still try to dress like 20-year-olds. Who still try to dress like 30-year-olds. I wouldn't per se dress like that. If I was smaller and more petite or fit, however you want to call it, I would dress not revealing, but I would dress in a way where it may match the 30-year-olds and the 20-year-olds. But I don't think that they should look down on them. No.
All right, so like, there's this conversation with men to be like, all right, well, my grandma, she respected, grandpa. She wasn't out here, talking about I'm independent. I don't need no man. She ain't twerking the Cardi B, twerking in the Beyonce or
okay.
They saying basically like, hey, these women, the way they just wilding out, men are kind of like.
You know why? Because those morals that back then, it was the woman stay home and cook and clean and the man go to work.
Good point.
That's what it was.
Okay.
Even when I was coming up, under our skirts, dresses, it had to come to the knees. We wore slips. I had the half slip, like come to your waist, and I had the whole ones. Anytime I put on a dress, I had a slip on. If the slip was longer than the dress, then they'd do some adjustments, put you a safety pin on it. You always wore a slip under your dress. That's not happening these days. That's not happening. You couldn't show your cleavage. Yeah, this is happening. It's going on. So when men say that their grandmothers, and it's different. It was the man provide and work. Now we got the women working. Yeah. We got the women working and the men staying home, or the men they want to be on the game all day and don't bring no type of nothing to the table. They don't clean up while the woman is out. They don't make sure that the dinner is done for the woman and kids. They don't help the kids with homework. The woman is doing everything, and the man is just there as another child. And that's where we're at. They get abused verbally, physically, emotionally, and they stay with these guys.
And a lot of women today are there's some escorts women out there too selling it for $40. Seriously, it is. So a lot of you can understand why the older women kind of like, all right, these young.
What they selling for $40?
The WAP. They selling the WAP.
How do you know it's a WAP? How do you know it's just not a flop?
It could be a flop, but it's $40, so I guess they ain't got nothing to lose. But
I think we have a guest that wants to chime in on the $40.
Now we definitely the women today are much different than the women of the past. But what I will say is somebody brought up a fair point, which is that if a lot of women from the past were born now, they're more than likely would, I guess, fit in.
Yeah, they'll fit in.
With
Definitely.
society, yes. Yeah,
and vice versa. A lot of women that was, let's say this generation was born back in the 50s and 60s, they will fit in with the 50s and 60s. Everything goes with how the world is going. Like it wasn't cell phones then. Mm-hmm. It's cell phones now. Camera, record, social media.
Yeah.
Everything's on social media. So now it feels like this generation wilding out.
Yeah.
They was wilding out in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s. It just wasn't no phone to record it. It wasn't social media so the world can see everything. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
All right, let me add a quick question before we transition to the last question.
Last topic.
If you would have wore the type of clothing that you see these young women wearing today, how do you think your parents would have reacted? Do you think they allow you to wear something like that, or what you think would have happened if you would have tried to come on? Oh yeah, Mom, I'm about to step out and go to the club real quick. Or I'm about to step out and go out with
I wasn't
friends.
allowed to go to clubs.
But that's just hypothetically saying for the sake of this question. Take this topic.
That's a little rough because there's a lot of things I wasn't allowed to do. I was raised the way that some of the women in the 60s and 70s was raised. So, I don't think my parents would allow that.
Yes.
Because, like I said, the skirts, the dresses had to come to your knees or 6 inches above the knee. However, it had to come down. No cleavage. No back out. No heels, because back then, if you wear too much heels and red lipstick, they call you a whore. So yeah, no, that definitely wouldn't have been. No, I wouldn't have been allowed to.
Yeah, I was always like, they had this mindset of like back then, it's like leave something to the imagination. And I'm gonna be honest, like at first I had this mindset of where I was like, oh, I want my girlfriend, she gotta wear a nun dress, like she can't go out showing nothing. But as I got a little bit older, I started like, that stuff didn't really matter to me. I ain't gonna say it don't matter, because if you step out here with your butt cheeks just hanging out and you too revealing, it's going to be.
I don't dress like that.
No, I'm saying if you did. I'm saying if you were to dress like that, it would be a problem. But I'm not as strict because I understand that men gonna look regardless. And then also, it's just like, I just don't really care too much. It's just like, I don't think it's that much of a problem. Man.
So the butt cheeks you have a problem with, but I can have a see-through shirt on showing my top area. You don't care.
You mean like out? You mean like where you can see the nipple and all that?
No, your bra. You have your bra on, but it's a see-through shirt. You can see your cleavage. You can see everything. You know that, you allow the top to be, but you won't allow the bottom. Like,
see, I've changed. Like at first, I was just like, I would have been like, that would have been a hard no for me. But then I just like, it really don't matter. Like I'm not really to the point where I'm like, because I can't, if a person going to cheat, or I can't stop nobody from looking, and I can't stop nobody from cheating.
Sure.
And I just feel like I'd be stressing myself out trying to, I'd be stressing myself out.
Worried about.
Yeah, to be worried about. Yeah. And I honestly feel like it's up to my woman to have that self-respect for herself, which Lily does. Like, it's stuff that she, like, I'm not going to put on because she respects her man. So I think a woman is a reflection of what her man tolerate, or what type of respect that a man has. So, yeah, I just know that certain things you're not gonna wear, and certain things you know that like I'm not gonna really be tripping too much.
True. Except if we on a cruise or out of the country.
Oh yeah, on the cruise, Lily.
He let me dress any kind of way, so.
Yeah, Lily be getting her Cardi B on a cruise.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, she be getting her Instagram model.
What? He said Cardi B, never Cardi B.
She be thinking she hold on her model, tip or whatever when we on the cruise or whatever. So, you ready for the last topic?
I am.
All right, so the last topic is the Washington Commanders. Are they going to?
Hold on, how you going to come up with a topic of the Washington Commanders when you're not even a fan? So now we about to be going back and forth as a debate.
I'm ready for the smoke. If you ready for the smoke?
He had these topics, guys, and I don't be knowing what the topics is, and then you going to throw Washington Commanders on me.
Smoke every time. Are the Commanders going to the Super Bowl?
I don't know.
You don't know.
No, we just had 1 week. I was like, yeah, we're going to the Super Bowl. No.
You're supposed to be a diehard
fan. I'm realistic. I am a diehard fan, and I'm realistic, so I'm not about to praise them. Even the quarterback said they could have had a better game.
Jaden Daniels?
Yeah. Who do you think the quarterback is? See,
I mean, they may not know who Jaden Daniels is.
He about to really get into a topic and have this going somewhere left because you're a Cowboys fan, and they suck.
Tell them again.
They suck.
The Cowboys. You asked me is the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl? They're
not. I wouldn't ask you that because I know that. No.
Ask me.
Because they're not.
Ask me. I'm going to tell you what a real loyal fan is.
You're going to say yeah because you're blinded.
You ask me,
That's all of y'all are blinded.
No, seriously, ask me.
It's like something over your eyes where y'all see yourself at this Super Bowl and the fans is cheering and not your team, baby. No. Dang. No. Sorry. Ready for the next topic.
That kind of like hurt my feelings a little bit.
I'm so sorry. Y'all not going
No, we're going to the Super Bowl. Like, I ain't even going to sit up here and let her discourage me. Or,
Sip my little tea.
We are going to the Super Bowl. I mean, we ain't been in the Super Bowl in a while, in a long time. And I kind of like stopped watching football after.
I think going to go for another long time.
In 2014, I stopped watching because they lied. They sat there and said Dez Bryant didn't catch that football, and he caught it.
Oh, you have, you traumatized.
Yeah, I'm traumatized.
Oh.
Yes.
So now you really think that y'all are the it team. But since 2014, y'all ain't been to the Super Bowl. So what hope are you still holding on to?
Well, we haven't been to the Super Bowl since the 90s.
So what hope are you holding on to?
I'm a fan. You got to always have hope.
I'm a fan, but I know that the Washington Commanders or whoever they are, the Redskins, and that's what they'll always be to me. We won't go if we don't tighten up. Because after the first game, yeah, we won, but we some work need to be done, and that's what a true diehard fan to do. They'll be real about their team.
Realistic, I feel like.
But thinking the Cowboys gonna go somewhere, go to sleep, wake back up, and get out your dream.
No, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think we're going to the Super Bowl. I don't think we're going to the playoffs. I don't think we're going to the playoffs. But hey, listen, that delusion, you gotta have a little bit of delusion in there just to give your team and give people that,
negative
courage to think that you're gonna win. You know what I mean?
Negative.
Like you gotta give them that energy, that fight, that drive, that passion.
Okay.
That dedication.
Moving on.
But
do we have another topic?
No. We done with the topics for today. This is a great first podcast, first episode. I'm trying to tell y'all, we about to keep hitting them. We're going to try to take this podcast to extreme levels, and we gotta get out the hood. You know what I mean?
I want to touch on something that I forgot to touch on when you said Young Thug called Glorilla Ugly. Sorry, y'all. I'm going back to that.
Go ahead.
I don't think Gorilla's ugly. I think she's unique. I think that she's one of the not best, but one of the good female rappers. I don't think she's ugly. And of course, when you got money, you're going to get the things that the flaws that we have, we're going to get them done or whatever. And who is he to be calling somebody ugly anyway? But okay, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Turn it back to David. Let him continue saying what he was saying. I just thought about that. Glorilla.
No, listen, Glorilla got some hits, bro. Glorilla got some bangers, and you know, as far as like her looks, first of all, it don't even matter.
She's not ugly.
It don't matter whether you ugly, whether you.
She's not ugly.
You know how many? What Biggie say in that song? Black and ugly gets up for a
But she ain't. She not dark, so I get what you're saying. But that don't. She's not ugly. He's just a hater. That her career is far more further than his. Sorry.
What her being dark got doing?
Because you said black.
No, I'm just making a reference because Biggie was saying black and ugly as ever. Like, he black and ugly as ever, but however, like, he's still him. Like, he still got
down to the socks.
Biggie still, he didn't let him be. So, my point is, ugly or not, that doesn't matter to your success or
no, it
who you
doesn't.
are as a person, as a character.
You're right.
You could be the ugliest person in the world, but have a beautiful spirit, a beautiful soul. You know?
Well, she don't think she's ugly. He thinks she's ugly. So, with that being said, I know Young Thug will probably never see this, and if you do you think? How do you feel about yourself? Because if you think she's ugly, the things that you're doing is ugly. The gossiping, the cheating, that's ugly.
That's
so
deep. I like that. Hey. That right there is a quotable right there. She, you know, like that's how you end it. I don't even have nothing else to say because she done already just took the words out of my mouth. She kind of like just dropped the mic in a sense.
As always.
Yes. So make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all support us. I promise you, if you got, as Lily mentioned earlier, if you got any topics that y'all want us to cover, make sure you drop them down below. And like I said, continue to support us. And another episode coming soon. We're going to put hard work into this channel.
Every day. Because I got topics already. So tomorrow will be my turn to come up with the topics. Because they had like a whole lot of them. And he was ready. So I'm going to be ready.
Yes. So with that being said, we wish you all the best out there. We'll see y'all in the next episode.
Talk about it in podcast.
We out.